Hi, I'm Chef Dave West. I'm the owner and executive chef here at the Rolling Pin in Brandon, Florida. Today, it's all about garlic. The health benefits of it, how to store it, how to use it, what are the greatest things to use for it. Let's start off why garlic's a good thing. It helps regulate the body's blood pressure, whether it's low blood pressure or high blood pressure. It's a very evening, it equalizes out the blood pressure. It also strengthens your body's immune system against allergies. And so it's one of those things that helps balance out your blood sugar levels, which also helps with antihistamines. Garlic is packed with vitamins and herbs, everything from vitamin A, B, B12, C, calcium, and zinc. So there's a lot of really good health benefits to having garlic. Not to mention, it tastes good and it makes so many of our dishes really flavorful. Of course, there's a couple of things that you ought to be aware of with garlic. First of all, if you have a dog or a cat, it can be toxic along with onions to dogs and cats. So even though there's the temptation to feed them table food or food that we eat, if it has garlic or onions in it, you probably want to stay away from it. Another good thing though is it also thins out the blood so that it has the same effect of, say, a baby aspirin. So if you don't want to take a baby aspirin, a clove of garlic a day really fits in well. One of the things that people usually get excited about is, if I'm going out, do I want to eat garlic because I want to have garlic on my breath? Easy, simple thing to do. A little parsley or a little lemon wedge will help take that right off. And if you want to get the garlic smell off of your hands when you've been cooking with it or chopping, really simple. Buy a little bar, a stainless steel bar that's called a Rub-A-Way. It looks like a bar of soap, and then you just run it under cold water and wash your hands with it. It magically takes the garlic out away too. And of course, if you're a vampire, it's not something you really want to eat on a regular basis. So let's just talk a little bit about garlic, and we'll start out with storage. Garlic is, because it's a root, it has a tendency to, once it's out of its dormant stage, to begin to grow again. And so you'll get sometimes those long green sprouts that come out of them. It really is not a bad thing, it just kind of makes it bitter. And basically what it's doing is beginning to sprout, and it's actually the plant itself is beginning to eat up the meat that's around it, which causes the garlic itself to lose flavor as well as deteriorate over time. So especially here in Florida, where it gets so moist and so hot, it's a good idea to store your garlic. So I like storing it in a garlic keeper like this. It's made of ceramic. It has enough air holes to let for good air distribution, but it also lets enough in so that it doesn't mold. So you just place these guys in here, and the garlic is ready when you are. Plus, it looks like a garlic, so it's nice to be able to tell what it is, where it is. Let's talk a little bit also about how to use garlic. There are a whole bunch of different tools. First of all, your knife is not meant to smash garlic with. Knives are never designed for you to smash anything on the side of it. I know that's with all the different food shows that are out there. There's always chefs doing that. But that's probably because it's not their knife. So the best thing to do when you want to peel garlic is use a garlic peeler like this. It's a piece of silicone, and you just roll it. And as you roll it, it peels all of the skin right off of it. Now what that does for us is a couple of things. First of all, it leaves the end intact. And when it does that, it gives us a handle to hold on to, so that if we are going to actually use a knife to cut it, we just can cut it holding it with the end, use it as a handle, hold the ends, give it a couple of slices, and then turn it 90 degrees, give it one more slice, and you've got it fanned out, still all connected together with the root. And then all I have to do is cut it into nice thin pieces. And what that does for us is it gives us a really nice small dice or mince without getting the heat that's associated when you smash garlic. And then of course when we get too close to the end, we can just throw that piece away. Once we've peeled some garlic, I'm going to peel one more piece here and throw it in here. There are several different ways to actually dice or to mince up if you want to, if you're not going to actually use a small knife to do that. So let's say that we go ahead and peel this and take off the little end, and I've got another one already ready to go, and I'm going to dump it into this garlic twister. And what this does for us is it'll chop it into small pieces. I also like to put a little pinch of salt in there with it, and when you do that, the salt acts as an abrasive and will help this turn into what's called macerated garlic, which is more like a garlic paste. You can hear all the little teeth inside just going back and forth, cutting that garlic. A couple, 3, 4 or 5 times is all it takes, and you'll see that the garlic is now really macerated and turned into what is officially garlic paste. and it really works. It's really so easy to clean, either in the sink with a spray hose or just throw it in the top of your dishwasher. And so you've got macerated garlic already. Some of the other ways to do garlic, of course, are a garlic. This is called the mini alligator, and it chops the garlic. So again, we just take a garlic peeler, peel our garlic. Once it's peeled, you can take the end off if you like. I don't always do that. Take this, lay it in the sink screen, and push down, and then you can get perfectly diced garlic every single time there with those swim tubes. So there's a whole bunch of different things that you can use. Now this device, everybody seems to have had one of these. They were all the rage as early back as 20 years ago. This is called a garlic press. Now a garlic press is designed to literally press out the garlic. I will admit that I'm not the hugest fan of this, although this one has taken away some of the drawbacks that are associated with the garlic press, and I'll talk about those in a second. So all you do is peel your garlic in. That peeler makes it really simple to get this skin off. Cut the end off and place it in the little hopper right here, and then press down. And when you press, you get all of the smashed garlic out. So it kind of macerates it too. But one of the things it does tend to do is press out all of the oils, which make it kind of hot. So for that purpose, I like diced better, but this works really well if you're not willing to dice it yourself or aren't comfortable to do that. Now the other issue you have with it is in the inside, you have a lot of material that's still left in there, and so how do you get that out? So what's happened over time is they've designed it so that there's a cleaning device that all you do is press this cleaning device, and it pushes it out of the holes, and then all of that extra piece that's left over can be pulled out really easily and then just spray it. But you also lose some of the garlic. It doesn't get pressed completely out. So there's a couple of really good ways to actually use your garlic and cut it up. Now, one of my favorite ways of using garlic is roasted garlic. It is, for those of us who've been on diets all of our lives, the thing that's great about it is garlic has a mouthfeel of butter when it's been roasted. So really simple to do. I already have one that's made here, and I'll pull it aside and talk about it in a second. But how to roast it. The best way is to get a garlic roaster. This happens to be a terracotta one. You can certainly get them in ceramic also. Then what we do is you soak it in water so that it absorbs some moisture, so that when it's in the oven, it helps steam it as well as baking it. You set the oven for 325 to 350 degrees, about 45 minutes for one head, maybe an hour for two heads. Really simple to do. Take your knife, lay the garlic head on its side, cut through the top, exposing all of the different cloves inside. And then what I usually do is take a little bit of olive oil. Remember that this is already wet. A little bit of olive oil and just a pinch of salt, but you could also put in herbs if you'd like to. Close it up, effectively making it like a French cloche, closed, and then put it in your oven just like that, roast it for 45 minutes or so. And then you get what's beautiful roasted garlic. It becomes really, really smooth. And then you've got this little device. You can either squeeze it upside down if you're going to mix it in things. Great with a vinaigrette, great with a dip. Just great just spread on bread. But this is if you want them to be a little larger, you can actually use this spade, and it's designed to just be able to get right inside and pull the cloves out whole. So you can use this, makes a better presentation, etc. Or if you wanted it, say, for a salad or a pasta, so that you can just pull them out like that. Really works really well, and you get every single bit. If you can look inside there, you can see that there's nothing left inside the garlic. So I challenge you, especially over the holiday season, to which garlic seems to kind of take a back seat. Add it to everything. Get an opportunity to bake it, roast it. It is awesome. It's great on just bread. It's great mixed in different vinaigrettes, salads. It's great just about any way you want to use it. So I challenge you to take a look at some of these products that are associated with garlic and use this lowly little bowl. Thanks.